Welcome to CHD Partners, and thank you for the opportunity to introduce ourselves.
Having witnessed the devastating consequences of victimisation,
The financial costs of crime,
the negative experiences of incarceration,
and knowing the benefits of crime prevention,
we're committed to preventing crime
and making people, places and communities safer for everyone.
There's a CCTV just above your head. Interesting landscaping, low to the ground. Access control point over there.
The 5 key areas that we work in are education and training, crime risk assessments,
Local government crime prevention, evaluation of crime prevention, and research reports for criminal justice related issues. Expect or let her
walk
get off
that
of
distance,
that at night and it's not lit.
and for long periods of time. And particularly if they've got kids, pushing prams and the like. And
I've always had an interest in human behaviour, and after I left university I worked in a juvenile justice centre. That experience was probably the most defining part of my work life. I saw young people who had been subjected to all sorts of abuse, poor treatment, neglect, and also perpetrated horrific crimes. And it really motivated me to try and work towards the prevention of crime, stop people being locked up, stop people being victims of crime. The thing that I love in some of our work is when you see people light up because they've learnt a new concept that they can apply, that you see them going back to their workplaces motivated, that you see organisations starting to understand how they can do things slightly differently for better outcomes. And probably the best examples of demonstrable outcome or tangible outcome is seeing young people who have participated in some of the programs we've developed grow through that program, grow through the course of delivering those series of interventions. It's a real privilege to do what we do.
I had 15 years in the New South Wales Police and had a great experience in the police. The best thing I enjoyed doing was working with people and seeing outcomes. But the further I moved up the organisation, the less I had to do with people and the more I had to do with the organisation. And I'm an outcome-based person. So for me it was, after the 15 years, move out to do something that I can actually achieve. And much like Garner sort of suggested, I like to be able to go to organisations, work with them, see outcomes, make suggestions, or engage people in why they should be doing something different, and then to be able to walk out of an organisation to see that they've actually made some change and it's made a difference. That's for me what this is all about. You know, I've got 2 young children and I strongly believe what I do now not only affects them now, but it's going to affect them in the next 10 to 15 years.
We've worked on lots of diverse projects, but one really stands out. We did it a few years ago and we worked on it together. Let's say it was in the central west of New South Wales, a big local government area. We were to develop the local crime prevention plan. We spent weeks, probably months, in that community. We met with residents, mayor, police, shopkeepers, almost everyone in that community was touched by one of our visits at some point. And working with the Aboriginal community and seeing the pride that the Indigenous community had in their place in the world. But equally hearing from police and the challenges that they were confronted with, the problems that that community experienced were fairly unique, and working to get shared vision and having people come together who often antagonists, agreeing with each other about what was needed was such a delight. I think we both got hay fever because we did a consultation in a field. In the
Patterson's Curse. It was getting out really, and even some of the smaller communities, going out to smaller communities and letting them share some ideas and some simple things that they could come up with using existing strategies that they already had in place. So it wasn't often about us, it was just the eliciting information and building relationships, and that was the key. That was what was...
And almost facilitating, wasn't it? You know, a town meeting we went to where people were, I think fair to say, rabid at the beginning. Hang them up, lock them up, that sort of attitude. And at the end of it saying, there's things we can do without a budget to help prevent crime. At the end of the day, a big part of what we do is bring people together, try and work across divisions and divide. And ultimately, there's more than enough division and hatred and anger in the world to be able to contribute to bringing people together, walking in each other's shoes, understanding each other, is a real joy.